I think I've got a problem with my TS100 soldering iron. This iron is from Mniware. I reviewed this many years ago, and it's actually a very good iron. The problem is, today I was trying to do some soldering. I noticed that actually the display did not turn on. Now, the soldering iron is still working. Let me show you. So let me plug in the power. If I just start it, and you can see on the power supply back there, it's actually drawing significant current, and the tip is heating up. You can see that. And if you look at the soldering iron itself, it's actually working perfectly. So it's really just the display. Now, I have read that the display sometimes have issues, and you can probably see we have this temperature displayed here, 330, and let me try to change it. Now, I don't know how well it shows up on camera. So if I tilt it at the right angle, you can probably still see there's something displayed on the screen here. Now, this is actually a common problem. Many users reported about this OLED display. I personally have not run into this till this moment. So I guess in order to fix it, I'll have to replace the OLED display. Now, I do like the iron a lot, so that's probably what I will do. All right, now it's a month later. I just received this package from AliExpress, and I will leave a link in the video description below. If it works, you can actually do the same thing yourself. The first thing is, of course, I have to take the board out. So let's see how we do that. I would imagine I would need to remove all the screws here. So I think I still need to remove probably this screw and these two screws so that I can remove the board from the case. Okay, so now I got the board out. You can see that the construction is actually very neat. I don't think I have ever done a teardown of this soldering iron before, but here you go. That's what is inside. We do have this riser board. Looks like that's the controller here. Anyway, so let me see how the LCD is mounted here. And it seems it's actually glued down here. Indeed, the LCD was actually glued onto these two rubber pads, and I had to remove one of them, so I can actually see the pads here. Anyway, I think my plan is to use a knife tip so that I can remove the flex PCB here, and hopefully we can solder on a new one. Let's take a look here. Actually not as easy as I thought. And here is our replacement LCD. You can see that it's actually, I think it's exactly the same as the one we just removed. Anyway, we'll have to see after I solder it on to see if it works. All right, that I think is soldered on properly. Now, before I put it back, I do want to power it up to see if it actually works. You can see that very interesting. You kind of can see the coating is actually not uniform. Very interesting. I don't know if it will work. Well, I guess we'll find out. Aha, it works. All right, that's actually pretty easy. Let me put this thing back. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it off camera because the angle here is a little bit awkward. I will be right back. All right, now I have put everything back together. Let's power it on again. Yes, you can see here. Now it's working. Just as new. So there you have it. It took me probably half an hour to fix this display, and you can definitely do that yourself as well. Let me leave a link to the replacement LCD in the video description below, so that if you run into the same issue, you can actually fix it yourself. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.